Now, assuming that you score a pass in your undergraduate, and as you know, scoring a pass is like failing. Actually, anybody who, who sees your transcript and certificate and notices that you scored the lowest grade in undergraduate will not take you seriously. Now, when you come out here, you are coming to compete with people who scored first class and second upper. Normally, employers prefer those ones who scored second up and above. For example, jobs associated with the management training and fresh graduates. There's no way you'll even be called for an interview at PwC, any bank, any insurance company, or any serious government institution if you scored a pass. Now, bearing that in mind, how will you turn things around? There are so many ways in which you can turn them around and ensure that you become marketable in a competitive job market. Now, the first thing you have to do is to pursue a marketable professional course. Now, the course you do must be in line with what you pursued in undergraduate. For example, if you did BCom, make sure you pursue ACCA or CFA, or let's say CPA. But I encourage you to do CFA or ACCA. Once you have that professional course, you can use it to get even entry-level jobs. Then later on, you can pursue a simple undergraduate course or a different undergraduate course which is easier than what you pursued before. The second way in which to become marketable is by gaining experience, professional experience. Now, how will you gain one knowing that most employers will reject you? Now, when you're looking for a job, just volunteer. Don't ask for salary. Don't ask for anything. Just tell them you want to prove yourself. Some institutions will give you a chance. Then when you work with them, you'll be able to prove yourself, and eventually when they notice your efforts and your competence, they can consider you for a permanent offer. Those are institutions which normally don't advertise for graduate trainee positions, institutions which believe in someone's competence, not grades. So that's the second one. Another one, since you know that in Kenya, jobs are scarce, to get a job is very hard, even for masters, PhD, or first class graduates. So knowing that, when you come, don't just waste your time moving around looking for jobs. Look for something to do, a side hustle or a business. You can identify a simple business which you can start with a small capital. Let's say wines and spirits, M-Pesa. Let's say a business like a grocery. So when you are doing the business, you will be looking for a job, and eventually you may even notice that you don't need a job. What you need is that business to earn an income and to progress in life. So don't lose hope that you scored a pass. There are so many people who scored even first class, who possess a PhD, but they don't even have a job, or they are pursuing businesses. So if you find yourself a failure, in quotes, from college, don't feel that you are useless. There are so many things you can do outside here. One of them is just business, and business is even better than being employed, as long as you have the skills to do the business, to run your business. You might even employ those ones who scored first class, because most of them, when they come outside here, all they think of is just looking for jobs. But since you're a failure and you know that employers will not accept you, you just rush to do anything to put food on the table. And in the process, you find yourself succeeding and eventually employing those ones who graduated with flying colors. So that is another way to make yourself marketable. Another one, which is highly applicable, is to move outside the country. So look for opportunities in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Dubai. In those countries, most of them will employ you without even looking at the papers. So that way, you can become somebody instead of just being around and doing nothing. There's also another thing you can do if you find that you are not marketable with your course. So instead of lying idle at home, start an online business. And in fact, online business, there are so many online businesses you can do, online ventures you can do to pass time and to get income. Become an influencer, run a YouTube channel. Affiliate marketing is there, blogging is there, transcription is there, data entry, and so many other things you can do online. That way you can just keep yourself busy, add some knowledge and skills, and be able to be self-employed. Another thing you can do is to change your course. The people who normally get admitted for a very difficult course and they find it difficult to change, so they are forced to do it until they complete. So if you are one of them, what you will do, wait until you graduate with your pass, and then you can do a different course part-time as you do private ventures. So for example, if you did actuarial science and that is not your passion, that's not your dream course, just enroll for another course which you think it's easier and which you can enjoy. So those are some of the ways you can make yourself marketable as undergraduate once you have graduated with their degree. And what you should know is that nobody is not marketable. Everyone is marketable. The only difference is the route you take. There are so many people in the government, so many people in the police force, so many people in our offices who did not pass exams, but they're very successful. Even in business, most of the people whom I've interacted with, they did not proceed past Form 4. So what about you with a degree? So you can actually become marketable. You can get something to do outside here, even with your pass.